They'll run down the hill in one of the most storied entrances in all of college football. Death Valley, Clemson, South Carolina, home to the Tigers since 1945. You work the entire season to put yourself in position to thrive, to excel in games like this. A late season top 10 showdown, playoff implications aplenty. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Texas Longhorns, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Clemson will boot it away to get this one started. From back of the end zone, he'll bring it out. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. The fans are ready for this one. The booth's shaking underneath us, guys. They'll throw it on first down. It's caught. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. Burnt orange burning some secondaries, working this guy down the field.
Making those big plays down the field. Texas, when you think about great teams, you think about explosive playmakers, making those big plays, keeping those defenses on their heels.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Tosses it incomplete. It's pretty obvious what's at stake here, guys. A top 10 matchup, winner, good shot at the playoff, and the loser is probably going to need some help.
Yeah, so further cementing your resume, making that exclamation point on the schedule, giving that committee something to look at and go, here's a top 10 win. This is a big deal for my schedule. Big proving moment.
And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line.
I love offensive coordinators. They're not afraid to be aggressive early in games. And how about that? Dialing up a shot right away in the first series, trying to seize the momentum.
He'll just keep slinging it. Got it behind the line. It's Moore. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
These are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. You don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. And these teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired. But you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And for quarterbacks throwing the ball down this close to the goal line, because there's so many bodies in such a small space, oftentimes routes take a little bit longer to develop, and it forces quarterbacks to have to hold on to it a little bit longer. That's the risk and danger with throwing the ball so close to the goal line. You might get sacked.
Great job by the offense. Listen, the defense is going to sit back in zone. You know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys are there looking at the quarterback. They're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on 4th down. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. Shadow of the goalpost looming. 1st and 10 from their own 1, just looking for breathing room. Give to the running back.
They're strong and they're scrawled. Defensive tackles, they're scrawled. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. On the option. He's loose at the 15. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Fires it into a crowd, and it's picked off. Takes it the other way. At the 30. Still on his feet. He'll go out of bounds, but he gets the ball back, takes it the other way, and he has created a great sudden change opportunity. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
All right, so not a home run play for the offense, but I do like the creativity, and I like how they're going to stress this defense and do it in less conventional ways.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Trying to pick it up on the ground. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Texas!
Number 7 in the end zone.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. Fielded in the end zone, it's Brown. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he had just taken a knee in the end zone. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Pass on the way, it's picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Longhorns! They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14.
That makes the score Texas 14, Clemson 0.
They're lining up to kick it off after the pick six, and that defense will come out feeling it. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. To the air, it's Sellers. Finds his tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
He's got his man. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Man, tight ends used to line up on the ball and block or release for a couple different routes. Now, you're putting them out wide. You're putting them like this right here in the slot. You're asking them to run corner routes and man-to-man coverage and go win. The tight end position has evolved big time over the years. First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got it burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
The Tigers trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Goes to the option. Now the pitch. And that one will go in reverse. The defense all over that pitch on the option.
Texas, 14. Clemson, 0.
They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Quarterback will audible. Looking for the touchdown on 3rd and goal. He caught it. And he wanted to score badly, but the defense wrestles him down at the 2. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set. Why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was. But now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
This is a really big play for both teams. 4th and goal from the 2. Looking downfield, it's Sellers. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Crosses midfield. Past the 30. The 10. Touchdown, Texas! How about that D coming up with a play like that? The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance.
Man, the offense rolls the dice. They want 6. They choose not to kick a field goal. They choose to be aggressive, and man, do they make a big mistake. Throw the football, intercepted. Not only that, he takes it all the way back to the house. What a momentum swing in this football game.
Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive.
First and 10.
They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, if this offense is going to win this game, and down the road, if they're going to reach the college football playoff and hope to win a national championship, they have got to keep this quarterback clean. He couldn't do it on that last play.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment. They've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
Quarterback on the move, still looking. Nice run there, picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds. And the offense with no intention to draw the defense off sides. They want to run on 4th down. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Fires on the move. Got his man. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
You want to make a guy that's elite, that's one of the best in the business, start to become more and more human, keep getting hits on. Nice job by the defense, getting in his face, being physical. Make him feel your presence. Don't let him get comfortable back there in that pocket.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Catch in the middle, it's Brown. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
Now, a 4th down.
The back goes in motion. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. He's going to run it. Nice pickup there. Gets him the 1st down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. Clemson jumps to the line.
You can tell this is a pass play. He has his eyes down the field. He's looking to throw the football. But how nice is it when you got a guy like this that can scramble and go get you a 1st down? It's just really hard to stop from a defense perspective.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play. Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting damn close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up there.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
Quick toss. Dropped after a pickup of 3 down to the 26. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. And that pass intercepted. He'll go down right there, but what a big play to come up with that turnover. Offense at an empty set. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. He's looking to throw it. Lets it go. On target to the left. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. Great spot to attack there, right off the turnover. Try to strike and keep them reeling.
Absolutely. Coaching 101. Sudden change. When you create a turnover and you get the ball back on offense, attack, attack, attack. Use the momentum. Try to make a big play.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Dropping back, it's Manning. He's going to let it go. Makes a connection. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
Nice play design on that one. You make it easy for your quarterback, too, because it's easy to see what's happening right in front of you. Over the middle of the field, you can see where defenders are dropping. You can see where the soft spots are in zone coverage. And just a really nice job by the QB locating his guy and making an accurate throw.
They'll try to snap it quickly. Back to the air one more time. He's got it. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there.
And, man, this quarterback is on fire this drive. They've run 5 plays offensively. He's thrown it all 5 times. He's 5 for 5, and now he has him down here on the goal line. Why not go 6 for...
Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns! Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point makes it 28-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
Quarterback strolling away from heat. Finds the tight end. Running with some authority as he bangs his way to the 43. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Snap from the gun on 3rd down. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. So the offense will go for it around midfield. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs.
Well, I knew the coach was confident in his offense. I did not know he was that confident this early in the game. 4th and long. I thought he'd just punt that one away and let his defense take the field. Interesting.
It's complete. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. And the Longhorns want to crank the tempo. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
And these touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off of it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut, or I can throw it and it just spread me out and make me defend so many things. And you could tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big 1st down.
They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. They'll try to power it in. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half. The line of scrimmage, the 2, and these final 2 yards might be the toughest here on 3rd down. They'll go with a direct snap. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster. They'll immediately call timeout. The offense trying to find a way on 4th and goal from the 2. He wants it all. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Texas. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss.
Clemson, 0.
He'll bring it out. It's Brown. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They'll try the run. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
35, Clemson, 0.
And the Longhorns will line up to kick off and start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Nothing went right in that first half, and the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play, and that has to happen here on this first drive for the offense.
Yeah, the first possession, because your possessions, you're only going to get so many possessions, and you got to score on every single one of them. Offense, defense, special teams have to play out of their mind, but they have to believe.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
Offense facing 4th down.
On 4th down, looking to pass. Throws into double coverage, and it's picked off. He'll try to take it back. Touchdown, Longhorns! What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return.
Points for the defense.
And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Boise State is in front. They've played awfully well today. And while there's no Kellen Moore out there, this group is fighting. They're up by 6 over Colorado State. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one. Kevin, let us know when it goes final. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Short completion last play. Let's see if they throw it again. The play action fake. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
The offense obviously trailing here in the second half. They're going to have to be able to throw the football effectively to come back in this game. But in order for that to happen, they have got to do a better job up front blocking.
He'll get rid of it. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Quarterback checking the play. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's got it, and they convert. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it. But when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
He'll do it himself. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Clemson is quick to the line.
They're trying to go option, and they're trying to put that defensive end in a bind, but he's just way too athletic, and he guessed right. The quarterback was keeping the ball. He knew it and was able to make the tackle in the backfield.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. Well, the offense is taking a chance here, staying on the field inside its own 40. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. And the incomplete pass turns it over in their own end.
And listen, obviously, at this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on 4th down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense that he feels can make a play in that type of situation, and he's got confidence in him. That time they weren't able to come up with it. I'm curious to see what this guy does if they're in a similar situation as this game moves on.
They're going back to the ground. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
Yeah, and you use these running backs so much in the passing game now, and you expect him to make those plays for you, make those big explosive plays out of the backfield. Just got to make sure he concentrates and see that ball coming.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Got it in the middle, it's Salter. Touchdown, Texas! And the punishment has been extended. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Texas 49, Clemson 0.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Brown. Running through contact. Not nearly as much running room as he'd hoped. He's out of bounds at the 13. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
When you hear about it all the time in football, go for it, be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that 1st down. You can see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
Unloads to the wideout. Working the middle. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. The Tigers getting set on 1st and 10. The give. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Now on the option. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Looking to pick up a 1st down on 3rd and short from the 43. Quick release by the QB. And he'll go down, but he has enough for the 1st down.
Good enough for a 1st down. That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Texas 49, Clemson 0.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Trying to take it back. The 30. The 20. He's at the 10. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Longhorns! They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it to the fake, and he wants to throw. He makes the catch in the end zone, and that trickery works to perfection for the 2. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick 6. He'll bring it out. It's Williams. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. That last pick six after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. Second down coming up.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync. That's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
That last big play has them in position to threaten here. 1st and 10 from the 37. They're going to throw it again. Got the back over the middle. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off play action on 1st down. Swings it out to the flat. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the 1st down.
Well, you've seen the last 2 plays now. This guy's versatility. You've seen why he might be playing on Sundays in the not-too-distant future. This guy can catch the ball. He's a big part of their passing game, and he's a weapon and a guy that this defense has got to be ready for.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. Going to work in the red zone, they can pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. He's got it again. A run up the middle is stopped for no gain.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Wants to throw on 3rd. Scrambling away. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. They're backed up 1st and 10 from inside their own 5, and they'll try to get this drive started. Wide receiver shows motion. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one. Now from their own 20-yard line, it's 1st and 10.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally.
Reels it in down the left side. And the tackle is made, but not before. That completion gets them 30-plus.
You know, I love offensive coordinators that want to stay aggressive, and they've come up with big plays all game long. It's a big reason why they have this lead right now, and they're not backing off here in the 4th quarter. They're letting their guys go play. The entire playbook is open to them, and they're taking shots.
Throws for the tight end. Wide open downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Longhorns moving quickly to the line. To the air on 1st down. Pulls it in. Tackled, but he has a first down. And this junior loves to show off that big arm. The Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. They're working that left side. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Looking to pass. It's Manning. And give give him another 6. Grabs it for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Number 5.
How about this? A 2-point conversion coming. He'll set up to throw. He's got it in the end zone for the 2, but will it stand? There is a flag down. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside the 10, here he comes. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The offense set for a first down play. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
Second down coming up.
Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them. An absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All 3 phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.